Joining us again, Aziz Abu Sarah. He's Director of Middle East Projects at the Center for World Religions, Diplomacy and Conflict Resolution at George Mason University. It is great to have you with us. Thanks for coming back. As morning viewers will know, Professor Sarah was here this morning as we were talking about why President Mubarak was being so stubborn, so resistant to the massive suggestion, call for his resignation. Now clearly he has heeded that call. To watch it on TV, as we are, it's palpable, the overwhelming euphoria that's being felt right now in Egypt.
Yes, it's an exciting time for Egyptians, and if you watch the TV or talk to people in Egypt, there's celebrations everywhere. People are not sleeping tonight in Egypt. Everybody's out, and Egyptians know how to party better than anybody else. And this is really exciting because for 18 days, the Egyptians were able not just to do a revolution, but to do a peaceful revolution. For 18 days, millions of people out in the streets. They kept restrained anger, even after his speech yesterday, where he said he is staying in power. They still were very restrained, and today, even though millions were out on Friday, they were still able to give a message to Mubarak, and give a message, more importantly, to the armed forces who are the ones behind this decision.
You've spoken in the last couple hours to people in the region. Give us a sense briefly of what they're saying, and to the extent that you can gauge it, what they're feeling.
Everybody is excited. I talked to my sisters. My sisters live in Cairo, and both were very excited. They were telling me that they can hear celebrations from houses next to theirs. Not everybody in the street. Some people still in their homes. And my sister was telling me just half an hour after Mubarak resigned that she can hear people yelling of sounds of joy from their houses and how excited they are. I think 30 years, after 30 years, to see in 18 days that the Egyptians, without any outside force, be able to do this, has got people way so excited and so joyful. And they're not thinking really yet about tomorrow and what's the next step. They're just thinking that we finally have made this happen. We succeeded.
What are the questions that are going to be asked in the days ahead about a new ruler, a new constitutional framework, etc.?
Well, there'll be probably no president in the near future. The armed forces and the Supreme Council of the Armed Forces will take over the country for the next few months. They'll probably set up a council of legal experts, people who are experts on constitution, and the first thing that Egypt needs is to have a new constitution before the new elections and before any of the other changes. They have promised already yesterday that they will lift the emergency law in Egypt, and that's already very important thing, and will already give people the feeling of freedom in Egypt.
Is it your sense that people in other countries are watching closely, particularly in the countries where there is authoritarian rule, saying, if Egypt, why not us?
Yes, well, they are watching very closely, and the Arab countries have been the main supporters of Mubarak, have been the main pressure on Obama to not support the democracy, the pro-democracy people in Egypt. And so they're all watching now and worried. We heard already from Algeria that tomorrow there is a big demonstration going to be in Algeria, and the government there is horrified about what's going to happen. Same thing in Yemen, and other Arab countries are watching very closely. They have the chances still to start making reforms before things go spiral. But I think the same mistake that unfortunately Mubarak has done, because if Mubarak has made some changes a few weeks ago, we wouldn't have gone to where we are today. I think they're going to make the same mistakes, unfortunately.
Professor Sarah, thanks for coming back and speaking with us again in the wake of today's historic developments, I should say. Aziz Abu Sarah is Director of Middle East Projects at the Center for World Religions, Diplomacy and Conflict Resolution at George Mason University. We appreciate your perspective on this very much.
Thank you.